Hi,
Good morning.
can't hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Did you go to Miss Barb's? Oh yeah, I got that thing. Did they warm it? Mm.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just went through like four different ones. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm down two screens today. All I have is my laptop, which barely has any memory. Apparently, my charger for my work computer is not working, so it's dead.
Oh
So
no.
that's fun.
What kind of charger is it?
Oh, Lord. It's like some kind of weird multi-block charger thing. I couldn't even begin to explain it, but it's finicky and I hate it. And I was supposed to get a new one in the mail, but I haven't yet. So, uh, yeah. So, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
I'm pretty good. I was just having AI create my new morning routine.
Ooh, how was that?
Oh, it's pretty good, I think. I mean, like I have this idea of what I want it to be like. And I'm pretty close. I just can't seem to like get a bike ride in before I do anything. I don't know
Mm,
when I should do that. I feel like going outside is just a whole procedure.
especially in this heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want to like forget anything, have to have water, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just am trying to make it simple, you know?
Right. That makes sense. I didn't think about doing AI.
Yeah, man. And it's really about the timing thing. It's like
Right.
helping my ADHD situation because it gave me a lineup and I was like, there's no way that this whole routine would only take me 2.5 hours because like if I went for a bike ride before I did all this other shit, I have to like get dressed fully and
Mm-hmm.
then, go out, walk down the block and then
Right.
whatever, start the whole thing. So it didn't leave me any room to transition between things. And like to do yoga, I have to like, I don't really have to change much, but I do have to get all of my shit together and then
Mm-hmm.
go set everything up, and that takes time.
Right. Plus, there's the cool down after.
Yeah,
And I doubt AI is accounting for that.
no. So it just spat out after I gave it some notes. Um, and it's now saying it should take about 3 hours, which sounds about right.
Oh, for a
Up,
second, I thought you meant 3 hours to spit it out. And I'm like,
no,
what?
3 hours.
Dial-up AI? No, that's
Yeah, and I usually like to eat breakfast between 8 and 8:30. So, all of the things that I'm gonna do are should have me done doing everything by 9 o'clock.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's
See?
exciting. I'm excited to see if that works out for you.
Yeah. I think that I just need to be diligent about how I'm like, because I like to fuck around and dilly-dally when I'm cleaning up and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just sit around. You know what it is? When I'm finished with something, I just pick up my phone, I get on it.
Yep.
Right.
It's a similar for me, like when I'm doing a task, like particularly a house task, I need to get in that zone and stay in the zone because if I'm like, oh, I've been going, I'll just sit down for a little bit and I'll watch a video or a show or something while I eat this lunch. And it's like, no, because then it'll start a whole thing and then my mindset will change and I need to get back into it. So if I force
Mhm.
myself to not like watch anything while I'm eating or whatever, then I'll be more likely to be like, okay, I'm done with that. Let's go.
Yeah, it's
I'm
that
bored.
too.
I'm bored
Yep.
just sitting here and eating. So now I need to rechannel that energy into going. Because that's usually
Yeah.
how it goes. Like you have to be in the mood to clean, but then once you're in the mood, you gotta ride that momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it's the starting
the starting
for
is the
sure.
hardest part.
Yeah.
It's very true.
So
Well,
that's what I've been
because
working on.
I am not since I only have my one screen today and it's the slow one that doesn't like to do too much, I may crash. My Zoom may crash at some point. So if so,
Okay.
I'll just be back. Um, and I'll just have to go off of your like the picture, the graphic. I'll
Yep.
just have to read off of that to facilitate because I have not printed out the new one yet. Um,
Honestly, I think that's like, oh, did you hear that?
mm-mm,
You did or did not?
did not.
Oh, I need to figure out how I can um change the microphone so that it's not
Is it not in your Zoom settings?
it must be, but whenever I look, I never know where to put it or where it is.
Let's
I
see.
think it's under, there's like noise suppression, right?
Uh,
Uh,
there should be. Yes, on the arrow next to audio, and then on audio, scrolling down to audio profile, there's Zoom background noise removal.
so I should put it on.
Uh,
Let me put it on personalized for, let me put it on this and see if it changes. Okay, I'm gonna play something. Let me know if you hear it. Where'd you go?
yeah, it's kind of quiet, but I hear it.
Right, let me put it on this and then see if it's different. Ready? Did you hear it?
I heard the click, but not the little doo-doo.
Hmm.
Weird.
All right, one more. You ready?
hmm That one I didn't hear the initial click, but I heard the last part of the doo-doo. So,
I don't know what you're hearing because it's like a full song.
oh, well, I'm not hearing a full song
You're not
either way.
hearing any of it then. Okay. Then just gonna go back to Zoom background removal, since it doesn't matter. That's so annoying.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is the brr.
Huh. Yeah, that's not what's the thing.
Cool.
Anyway, that's cool.
I'm gonna have to pull up the chat on my phone in case we get anyone popping in, because I don't have a screen for that.
I think it'll be good for you to use the visuals to see if you can do it without the thing.
Sometimes I usually do that. I do like a
Hmm.
mix of the two. It's just convenient.
Yeah.
Um, let's
Well,
see.
I think that's what it's like set up for too.
Yeah. What was I? Oh yeah. Mm, and subscriptions. Am I not subscribed on this account? Why is it not showing up?
I don't think you are, X.
Oh, because we have the new one. I don't think I subscribed to the new one. That's probably why. Um, and it's queerstart.org.
Yep.
There it is. And subscribe live. There we go. And mute, please. Just turn that down. Okay. And all messages. There we go. Just figuring this out as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
How was your week?
it was okay. I tried the 5-day challenge. I wasn't able to do all the things on every day, but it was helpful to get some of those things in. Like the first day I did pretty good. Um, and then we had things pop up that I had to handle for the rest of the week. So I wasn't able to get all of them, but it was good to try to
Mm-hmm.
because it like adjusted my mindset to help prioritize the things that were most important on the list and increase the urgency to get those done. Whereas before it's kind of like, it's not that big a deal, it's fine. But now I know it's like, well, actually, this is more fine. And I
Yeah.
also, in working through it, thought of things that I didn't initially think of that I was able to add to the list. So I'm probably going to be making a tweaked version of it to try this week and just kind of shoot for like every week, just make little changes until I find something that works. Um, and just pull out the things that seem most important and had the most impact. So I'm still very, very sore, but I also wasn't able to do yoga every day.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna have to see if I can do that more this week and make sure that I get on time, get up on time, go to bed on time. Um,
What's on time look like?
well, typically my wake up time is 7, and I had it on my list to start kind of getting ready for bed at like 8-ish, like if we're watching a show or movie, like finish the episodes around that time and then do kind of like bedtime chores and then by 8:40 kind of do my bathroom routine so that ideally I'm in bed by like 9-ish. And then I take my medicine, which means that I can read for about 15 to 20 minutes before it kicks in and I'm like, whoa, okay, we're done.
Hmm.
And then I can go to sleep. So that's my ideal situation. And then I get up at 7 and then I have a little bit more time if I wake up at 7, like get out of bed at 7. I've
Hmm.
gotten better at actually waking up at 7. So it's just a matter of physically getting myself out of bed once I'm awake, which uh is sometimes the harder part, but I'm getting better
Hmm.
at it. And like at least the first couple of mornings, I didn't have as much of a problem just like springing out. And I think just like the change, like the sudden change made it a little bit harder to do later in the week because my body's like, this is different. We're not used to this.
Yeah. So
So
then
I
you know
think I
that
just need to keep
you're
doing it more.
yeah, yep. I have been just like sitting on the edge of the bed. Sometimes I lay back down, but sometimes I get up.
Mm, yeah.
Like just getting an upright position has been helpful for me.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, then I realize that I like have to pee. And then when I'm in there, I'm like, well, I could just brush my teeth while I'm in here instead of going back.
Right.
And that gets me to do my face and then look at my hair, and then that starts the whole rigmarole.
Right. Right. Yeah. Sometimes just doing the first thing is really helpful to
Hmm.
keep you going. And little things like pardon me, I try to minimize my phone time in general because then it starts my brain thinking about things that aren't that important and then I get overwhelmed like look at all these messages I haven't replied to.
Hmm.
And it's like it distracts me from the important things that I can control that aren't overwhelming. And so if I need to try to set aside time to worry about those communications so that I'm not doing it all the time and also spend less time on my phone. I did set a bedtime thing on my phone, which I really like.
Hmm.
It takes my phone in black and white and at 9 o'clock until 7 every night.
That's all
So
mine
even
does.
if I do like have to look at it for any reason, like something pops up, like maybe my mother calls or whatever and I'm worried it's an emergency, then when I look at my phone, it's not so like glaring in my eyes and so it'll be less likely to disrupt it so I can fall back asleep after, depending on the intensity of whatever it was that I had to look at. Um, but I really appreciate that and it's also a nice reminder. Like if for some reason I'm in bed earlier, and I lose track of time, like reading or whatever, and then my phone does a quick little buzz and then it's in black and white. Or maybe I'm watching a video and it goes in black and white. I'm like, oh, it's time.
It's
So
time.
it's a
Yeah.
nice visual reminder, and I like that. And it also reminds me of like an e-reader, which I can't really afford right now, but it's a nice reminder to like, hey, instead of doing whatever this is on your phone, you could be like reading and preparing your mind for bed and not having screen time. So there's little things that I'm making associations with because my brain is big on association. It always loves
Hmm.
patterns. So that's something I'm finding out is working. So I'm excited to see what other things we discover.
Yeah,
And also,
man. Lots of developments over there.
yeah, yeah, it'll we'll figure it out. I didn't have making my bed on my initial 5-day challenge, which is wild. So I rectified that.
Wow.
It's really helpful that my person is getting up in the mornings at the same time now. That makes a huge difference.
I know. I'm not in sync with Laura with getting up right now, and it's really killing me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was like my main thing. I'm like, I need this. I need mornings figured
Mm-hmm.
out. I need help with mornings. And now I'm just like back on my own.
Right.
So it's
So
whatever.
challenging.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys maybe at some point um will be able to corrupt her so that she gets up with you at some point in time
Hmm.
so that maybe you guys can even, because I'm imagining you're getting up earlier than her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's
Not all
having
the
trouble.
time, but I mean, it depends, I guess. I'm tired lately too. So it's just like really difficult
Yeah.
to try and I don't know. I think I'm getting enough sleep. It's just broken sleep,
Hmm.
you know?
Yes, exactly. It's like you can go to bed as early as you want, but if you are not getting quality sleep, it's a big deal. It has an impact for sure.
Yeah. But it's getting better, I think.
That's good.
It's really what my behavior is throughout the day. Like I need to get back to I'm just and like you're not the first person that's been like, "Oh, I have bedtime mode." I'm like, what I've been doing is just turning it right off and getting right
Hmm.
into scrolling. Just
Oh,
right into it. Because I'll scroll with it on there, but I'm like, no, and I'm not like ready. I haven't wound down yet. Like or yeah.
sometimes I do that with work mode because I've had work mode on my phone for a while, and sometimes it'll get ready to go into work mode, but I'm doing something and I'll just out of habit just click it away, and I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I know. I'm getting better. I just appreciate like 3 years ago me who spent all this time um repeating the same thing, like building these habits of and it used to be 9 to 9, so 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. would be night mode. And I wouldn't pick up my phone until at least 10 a.m. At
mhm.
least 10 a.m. And now I look at it right. Well, one, there's no clocks in here. So I want to know, I need to know what time it is immediately. So I'm connecting with my phone fucking instantly.
Right.
So I need to get a clock, period. And the other thing that sucks is that I have a lot of setups in my phone. Like my timer for doing yoga. I also have, I used to have a stopwatch, but like I have things on my phone and like music. So like I'll have my earbuds and music on while I'm doing yoga. So I don't know how to get beyond it.
There is a my work mode, for example, I mean, I don't know how it is on iPhones, but like my work mode will have restrict app usage, except. And
Hmm.
I basically have gone through and pulled out just the apps that I need for those things that I use during the workday, like my login feature, my calculator, calendar, whatever, things that don't distract me, but that I do need. And then everything else, it's just like, hey, you can't use this during the workday. If you want to change it in settings, you got to click on settings and then make that change. But so it
Hmm.
encourages me not to go through that to access something that I don't need to. At bedtime, I just have it go into black and white because I shouldn't be on my phone at all. But during the workday, those things that I am going to be using my phone for certain things, it's helpful for me to keep me honest if I
Yeah.
don't turn it off and right away.
Keep me honest. Yeah, for sure. I, I, ooh, a new subscriber, Scarlett.
Hmm.
Um, I definitely want to, well, I'm saying this now. I'm gonna go
Hmm.
through because I also took off my minimalist phone app. Remember, I had that thing where it was only, I could also put that back on. And then I would have on the front, I just had a list of all the things that I would need. And like, maybe I'll do that. I know that will help because it doesn't let me see the row of notifications up here. And there's nothing that requires my attention earlier than 10 a.m. Literally fucking nothing. And there's nothing that requires my attention after 9 p.m. After 8 p.m. really. I think I do want to start it at 8 p.m. because sleeping by 8:30, 9 o'clock would be nice. And then that would make it easier for me to feel better getting out in the morning. All right, I guess I can do that. Because yeah, I've really gotten back into it a lot. And I used to have dedicated times when I would remember when I went through that whole thing where I was making um a availability schedule for my website. Like here are the times that you can expect me to communicate.
Hmm.
Um, and it was not very many hours per week. And I still stick with that like professionally.
Hmm.
Um, like I have it, I don't need to list anymore. I just know when it is and my clients know.
Hmm.
But I need to like reinstate it. I need to like, oh, I did something cool. We're like 25 minutes in and we have not even discussed what this meeting is, but um I made something. Me and Laura did family tree play. Hold on.
Can you hear me, by the way? Taking that as a no.
What'd you say?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You good. I just had to make sure because I unplugged my headphones. I realized I wasn't listening to you through headphones. So-
Oh. So me and Laura made family trees and I discovered that mine looks like this. It is insane. And like these are all the people that I like think about regularly. But the way Laura did hers is she's like, I don't have these people on there. She's like, it's not that I don't know that they exist or I don't care about that, but they're not like involved in my life.
Mhm.
I went, oh shit. So then I made another one just based around me and it is much clearer.
It looks like a mind map.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to tidy this up because I think this has helped me with relationships because one of my issues as a um uh trauma survivor or whatever is complications with relationships.
Mhm.
So I think this is helping me understand who I have relationships with because the energy that I put out there, like I can't be having it to this whole thing. I just can't be having it. Um, so I think that one has already helped me, but two, oh, I didn't even put you on here because I was like, I have two friends, Marina and Laura Lynn, and I can't believe I don't even have you on here anywhere.
Ouch.
I know, brutal. I'll fix that. Ouch.
Okay.
You're almost like too regular in my life.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I feel like you are also you have been around probably longer than most people on this list, even like family members that I've reconnected with.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We've only met in person one time,
Yep.
and yet we're high on the list. I
I
love
know. Yeah. Well, my brother Ian didn't start rebuilding his relationship with me till after we met. Same with my brother Bill.
that.
Um,
I love that they're
Lynn
doing
and
that.
Marina, Julia. I mean, yeah, Julia's on here, but like Laura and her family, and that's really it. So
Yeah, when we met, you had some toxic people in your life.
yeah, I
Because
have a
I
lot
remember we
going
had to
on.
work through that together.
Hmm.
And you were still holding on to them for dear life.
Right. Remember Lisa? I was like,
Yeah, I know. I used to get frustrated. I'd be like, God damn it, she's
I
doing it
know.
again.
I've recently talked about it actually because someone was like, I just was holding on to the thing for years. And I was like, I did it. I did it for 2.5 years. I held on to this cunt who did not fucking want me at all.
Hmm.
May she rest, even though she's not dead.
Yeah.
We love her anyway because she's really helped me. She really did. Uh,
That chapter is done,
yeah.
but
And I hope she's doing well. She deserves it too.
very nice. Well,
Anyway,
we
so that's been
already
a
have
development.
things that we haven't started planning yet, but we do have things that we want to account for in our next week, our little goals. Like for you, it'll be um either going back to your minimalist app, maybe tweaking with the mode so that you have restricted apps accept. Um, and then I'm going to account for some things on my plan as well. Goodness. So that's probably what I'll be doing on my brain dump is thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. There was another thing I was going to use AI for. Um, I can't remember what yet, but anyway, we could get into it.
So this is an ADHD planning meeting, as is evidenced by us going off on ADHD things. But we like to start it with kind of warming up and talking about our week and us and what's going on. So as a quick intro, now that we've talked for 20 minutes, my name is Scarlett. I am in the Midwestern area. I identify as Gray Ace and Pan. And I can't remember everything else that we do because I don't have my facilitator guide.
Just like, and I changed it too. So like, just whatever you want to share.
Yeah, well, I just shared a lot,
Yeah.
so I'll give it to Michelle now.
Thank you. My name's Michelle. I live in Brooklyn, and um, I don't really have anything else I want to share, to be honest.
That's
I feel
fair.
like I'm doing pretty good, and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, very nice. Well, we use this meeting to plan and organize our brains a little bit as neurodivergent people. So we have it broken down into four parts. We do a brain dump, which is all about getting out the current. And then we have our we do the reflective questions, which is about past, and then we do the top 20, which is more about future. And then we wrap it up with keeping ourselves accountable and putting things on our calendar. So we start off with the 20-minute brain dump, which is just taking everything that's currently on our mind and just vomiting it onto a paper or a template. And we use Notion sometimes, and there's no right or wrong way to do a brain dump. It might look like a journal entry, it might look like a list or both. You can use categories if you want. Um, but I've lately been doing a combination of just like writing and then I'll pop over and put important things that hop into my head along the way. So the purpose of this is to reduce stress. We want to bring focus and clarity, declutter the mind, promote productivity, and leave space for creativity. We kind of just want to get rid of some of the space that these things are taking up in our mind so we can set ourselves up more for planning. So we take 20 minutes for that. We'll go on mute and then we will come back and move on to the next section.
All right, I'll start now.
Okay.
That's 20 minutes.
Nice.
How'd it go?
Not too bad. I adjusted my 5-day challenge and had time left over to, pardon me, list off some things that I need to do right after the meeting, and so that I remember to do them. And then I'll also list out some things that were on my mind. So, pretty good brain dump overall. How'd yours go?
Pretty good. It sparked me to continue using AI to do some things because one of the things that I want to do is um I've been organizing my Notion, which is my brain, of course, to simplify all the projects that I've been working on over the last 5 years
Mhm.
and see what is priority now, like things that I put energy because I'm putting like the family thing, the family tree thing, I'm putting energy towards things that are not priority right now and they're other my energy can go towards projects that need it now, as opposed to just trying to remember which things I want to get going because I'm excited about all of it, right? So I've been also using AI for the last, I don't know, when did I start hiring AI? 6 months ago, 9 months ago, something like that. So it knows a lot about my businesses and it knows a lot about me, which is so creepy. But so so this brain dump prompted me to ask for it to go through all of like I was like, here's the projects that I can see. And then it put together a couple of visual maps
Hmm.
based on, and then a timeline. The latest one is just a timeline,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool. Maybe I'll share it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious.
All right. So this was the timeline it came up with. Um, because like for example, I need to get another NMAS group going, but I just keep not doing it because I have all these other things that I am like know that are on my things to do, especially like this resource page, which is not priority. And writing really isn't either, but it's something that I imagine that I would do throughout everything, and it just is not happening that way.
Mhm.
So it's given me this little timeline, and I wonder if the other one will be in here. If I can go next. I don't think I can. Let me see if I can share another one. Um, the first one it gave me was so weird and long. Where'd it go? Here it is. So this separated it into different categories. Are you there?
Yep.
All right, good. This one separated it into like different sections, so it's easier for my brain to understand. Because one of my main issues, my ADHD issues, is labeling things. What does the container label? And because my autism will make it very literal. I can't make it like a cool name because I won't understand what that means, you know? So I had to have, I don't know. So this has just helped me, really. I feel like a true brain dump for me. I literally got everything out and then had AI put it into an image.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've um just started to become more aware of things that I can have AI do because I don't want it writing content for me. I don't want it
Hmm.
creating.
Right.
I want it as an admin tool.
Which is really how it should be used, honestly.
Yeah,
We should not have our AI doing creative things. Like, we should have them doing computer things.
right. Every time I try to have it make an image, because sometimes I'll be, oh, I wonder what if I made this into a brand, what it would look like, what colors it would look like. And I would ask AI to like create an image, and it's always something stupid and ugly. It makes no sense. And I'm like, absolutely not. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I can just use my own brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it's stealing stuff in order to make that even, which,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
And I'm
So,
cognizant of that also when I'm putting my own stuff in there. I'm like, I'm
hmm.
conscious that like all right, whatever I put in here about my businesses, someone could put in and it can use my information to output that. And I'm like, I think I'm fine with that because all of the shit that I'm putting in there is helpful to people.
Hmm.
So that's fun.
Alrighty. Well,
Have
we
we?
shall move on to the next section then. Oh, pardon me, which is reflective questions. So
Um,
now that we focused on current, we want to go into the previous. So we want to do like a memory exercise for the previous week. We want to ask ourselves, how was the week? How did I perform in my various roles as an adult? Did I achieve the goals that I set for myself? We want to ask ourselves victories and almost what are things that we did, that we accomplished, and we're proud of ourselves for, and then what are some things that we didn't quite get to, but they could be opportunities for the future. We don't want to be judgmental. We just want to use it as a memory exercise. And then we want to ask ourselves, what could I have done differently? And is there anything that I need to follow up on? Um, so we will take 10 minutes for that, and then we'll come back and start plucking things for the top 20.
okay, I'll start now. It's time.
Okay. How did yours go?
Pretty well. Um, well, I actually, instead of doing reflective questions, I continue to organize my Notion.
All right.
Um, because I don't know, I feel like I reflected on the week.
Yeah,
The
we kind of did
week,
a lot of that in the beginning.
yeah, and the weeks have really just been going by. Like literally Saturday comes and I'm like, we just did this on Saturday. We
Hmm.
just had a Saturday.
Yeah, I
So,
actually feel the same way.
hmm,
Yeah, I was like, these weeks are going by so fast. What's happening? It's
yeah,
crazy you're having the same experience.
yeah. Like
Wow.
2 weeks in a row, I've been like, today's Saturday. We just like had a Saturday.
Yeah, I feel like it's been quite a few weeks for me where I'm like, I can't believe this week is going by so fast.
Yeah, for
Super
sure.
weird. Well, our next section is our top 20. So this is where we pull things out of our last two steps. And we pull things from brain dump and the reflective questions to see things that are most important for our next week. So the purpose of it is basically prioritizing things and organizing things and considering things that we might not have put enough priority to before. And it does not have to be exactly 20 things. That's the idea of that is to keep it from being a million items long. And sometimes it can be too many things, take up too much space. We kind of talked about that earlier. So the purpose of this is to minimize that to the things that are most important. And if we're able to get more done, that's great. But we'll take 15 minutes for this and then we will come back and do the last section.
Okay, we'll start now.
Okay. Did we press play? You're muted.
It is playing, but it's on top 20.
We are on top 20.
Oh,
Okay,
we are.
yeah, I thought it was, I don't know why I was thinking it was the later time. I just looked up and it was at 10 and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think we have 15 minutes for top 20. So we've
Okay.
got, yeah, I know the seconds not counting down really does.
Yeah, it throws me off. Okay, good.
Okay. That's time.
Alrighty. How'd you do?
You're good. I'm doing like a 30-60-90 situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is gonna help me with I couldn't really do a top 20 at all because I'm still figuring out um what I'm working on and when and what is priority and what's not priority. So I have
Mhm.
a pretty good grip on that now.
That's good.
Yeah, like for example, one of my projects is reroom. It's my it's under the umbrella of interior design personal organization.
Hmm.
It's not like redecorating a room. It's reorganizing a room with whatever's in there already.
Hmm.
The thing I do. Anyway, if I go based off this chart the AI gave me, then I would be working on this during like winter months, which is actually a good idea. So it's getting me an idea of what projects would be good for what time of the year.
Hmm. That's really important too. You don't
Mhm.
always think about that. But that's
Yeah.
great because you've got, especially since you've got like seasonal affective disorder situations where
Mhm.
like reorganizing your space can make a huge difference when you're starting to get into the winter blues, for lack of a better phrasing.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
also
really
people are inside usually,
right.
depending on where in the country, but people are inside, so it's a good time to do that, deal with your space.
Exactly. I love that.
What about
I
you?
wound up thinking of things that I didn't during my brain dump. So important stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I did say I would do that this weekend.
Mm,
So I was able to get a couple of those things added. And I also remembered that the NFL season starts at the end of this month. So I need to account for that. Or no, it starts beginning of September. We're in preseason right now. Anyway, butchy football stuff. So I need to account for that in the next step with my calendar and make sure that I'm accounting for that because if I don't account for that, then I'm going to be hating myself for being like, oh, well, there's this block of time that's gone and I didn't do this stuff during it. So I need to remind myself that those things are there so that I can plan around them and then I can get that enjoyment out of my life and that quality time with my mother and still get other things done and not feel bad.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, good things came from getting the brain percolating. So
beautiful.
I'll do that in this next one. I'll probably add all the games to my calendar because I have to account for what channels they'll be on and if I can actually watch them all.
Word, beautiful.
All right, so with that, our last section is adding to calendar and miscellaneous. So we want to account for things like weather, domestics, breaks, football games, whatever, and pulling things from our top 20 and accounting for them in our calendar so that we are more likely to actually do them and not just be like, put them down and forget them. So we want to account for things like appointments as well. And like I was mentioning before, make sure that we're kind of planning our time around the most important things while also accounting for things we might forget, like non-committals, times that we don't have something scheduled so that we can just exist. Um, so we will take 10 minutes for that and then we'll come back and wrap up.
Okay, I'll start now.
Okay.
Well, that's time.
Nice. Well,
How's it looking?
not too bad. I'm anxious to see how my challenge week goes,
Hmm.
but I definitely feel better having it all mapped out. And it's not going to be quite as hot this week as it was last week. We might get some rain.
Hmm.
It'll still be pretty hot. How are you doing?
Um, Pretty good. I forget how hot it gets over there, by the way.
Yeah,
For you.
it gets all over the place, honestly. And we're still keeping strong of the trend of every single week we have rain.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I am feeling pretty good. I think I'm gonna stay on for until I've organized my whole Notion. Um, because that's really helping me. And then when I plug in tomorrow, um, I'll be very curious to see if I am able to like come in and see what I've done and then follow it, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, that's the most important part is figuring out what works and what doesn't after you do trial and error.
I just need to finish creating this like management system for myself so I can set it and forget it. That's what I've been working on. And I haven't really been able to get a clear shot until started using AI, to be honest. But it's taken a long time for AI to learn the things.
Right.
And I have to remember to not just rely on it because like even now I just thought of something that needs to be on there that I didn't tell it. And if I just solely rely on that, then I won't remember to like put the other things in that my own brain knows.
Right.
So
It's mostly a tool.
I'm gonna just continue working on that today after we get off.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'm probably gonna spend some more time on my calendar after a quick break, but I've got some things that I need to do today that I didn't think of before, and now I've got them planned out. So I'd say good meeting overall, and
yeah.
forget to think about your phone situation since that was one of the takeaways.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Let me put that on right now then.
Yeah, and I guess we will see how this week goes with our changes, and
It'll be 45 minutes till next Sunday, so.
yeah, basically. So I'll see you next Sunday, and we'll see how our things